What's up, Amiga people? We are back once again. Welcome to the channel. My name's Chris. This is what I do. I'm wearing the Amiga shirt that was kindly gifted to me from Valley Soft. It's an old Canadian place where you can buy Amiga stuff. What we got on the show today is number 2 board of the double 4. That's what I'm calling them. Both Rev 4 Amiga 2000s. And the owner said that they both black screen, which usually means CPU, but you know. So the date when I'm filming this, as you could tell by that screen, maybe not, it's 16th of February. Alright, let's hit it. I'm not plugging anything in. We're just going to see if we get a beep. And we get a nothing. Yay. Now, by now, you guys should know how to fix your Amiga 2000s. Out of the hundreds that I've repaired, you should know what we're going to check. Step 1, expose your bald head. Step 2, grab the helmet at Gilbert. Step 3, Kevin's going to text you. Amiga 2000s, regardless of their fashizzle, are a pain in the butt when they get battery damage. The main area of concern in battery barf land is right here, but because what happens is this stuff dribbles up and runs down and people replace things. Look, this CPU looks too clean. And I can guarantee you this socket's going to have some issues in pins 1 through 6 because that's where they always poop out. You blow the ROM lines between here, and next thing you know, you got a problem. Alright, ROM socket looks good. A lot of times you're going to see people that go in and instead of twisting, they're lifting and it like breaks the ROM lines. Alright, this CPU has been replaced. Or somebody dribbled solder on every single thing. It's too clean. Can you see that? That brown color of poo-poo, turds, or dookie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You can't see any of that. They look better on camera than they do in person. They're kind of green tinted. And telltale signs of damage and moisture, you really can't see too much, but you can see the discoloration. It's super brown, actually. Here's one of the paper washers for the grounding points. And some moisture and rust. We have been worked on because we have some flux around the area. We have this massive 12 gauge wire bumped across the video slot to the CIA for some reason. Got my work cut out for me. There you go. Alright, so here's pins 1 through 6. You can see the crust, and I don't know if that's... Okay, it was just scuzz. A little bit of acid damage, a little bit of leaking into that 68,000. You can see how she was wrapping around. That acid climbs up these electric parts like a kid climbing a tree. A little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Take a fiberglass pen of your choice. I'm going to use this one. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some alcohol on a cotton swab and a fiberglass pen, and I'm scrubbing. There's just a big blue blob here in the middle. Sorry I'm left-handed, I'm in your way. But the idea is I'm trying to get through the blue and get to the green.
Wax on, wax off.
The gray you're seeing is all the goop I'm pulling out. A little bit of green from the motherboard paint, but also the acid, which is what we want out of there. The big blue stain is gone for the most part. A little bit left. Cambion, C-A-M-B-I-O-N, made in America, where Jesus lives. Have a Captain Tape solder ball protector thing. They do. Important to stick all your tools right to your sides. When you reach in, you impale yourself with cutters, pokers, wire strippers, all sorts of things. Entering power save mode. So, we got nothing. But, oh, we got a double reboot. So, what I thought was going to be something simple, I freaking hate Rev 4 boards.
We have sort of a problem here.
So we have no ROM, we have no diagram even, no serial. You gotta do the daggone dreaded. Pin out ROMs. But, I'm not pinning out shh. Welcome back. If I look tired, it's because I didn't sleep for crap last night. 3.5 hours. Got up for work, worked. 12 hours today. Just got home, here I am. We're going to be testing out, me, you guys along with me, we're going to be doing the ROM pinouts. That's a lot of pins. It's 40 on the ROM, and Right now I'm just doing continuity checks. That's the #1 cause of finding broken traces. This is the 68,000 right here, and here is the ROM line. And you'll see this nice hot pink line on the blue and pink writing, which makes it ever so fun. Top left pin is blinking, and that is going to the fifth pin of the ROM. So I will just simply take the top pin here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beep, beep. That's 1. And we go around the whole thing. Then we do the ROMs too. Not really worried about the CPU slot right now. You can see these little lines here. They run back and forth. Mainly I'm worried about these two girls. With those two at least good when I'm done. Hopefully I won't need no bodge wires. But what always happens, and we're going to test those guys, 1 through 6 down here. It'll take me about an hour because I'm just taking my time, and each side can have multiple destinations. 3:53 p.m. Friday night on the old Omnibot clock. Yep. Hi, welcome back. It is currently 8:13 p.m. on Saturday night. Ouch. I messed up my knee real bad because I'm old. Twisted something wrong. Something went pop. And it hurts. Anywho, enough of that. I spent the better part of last night and today off and on pinning out the 68,000 thanks to the Sprint layout files. Yeah, it took hours. I got all the way around, and the last pin, if I would have just did that one first, every single one of those pins except for that one, and I'm going to show you where it runs, and you're going to be like, oh my goodness. We had damage on pins 1 through 5, and literally right underneath of it, RP900 runs around to the 4th ROM pin on the right. So it comes off of 603. This is a Rev 6 board, so it doesn't have terminators. Anyway, it goes by the buffer chip. The bottom 64th pin here goes around to the first slot on the resistor pack. Does a little magic, goes up to a via, across underneath the ROM to the 4th pin on the lower right. Every single pin on that CPU now functions except for that one, or that one right there. Right here. Supposed to go to the 4th pin right here. No BP, but that runs around some magic sauce to right here. That then runs to the resistor pack right here. No BP. So I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to desolder this out. If I blow it, I have a bag full of them. It'll have to just be tan because that's the only color they had. And then this mofo should fire right up. Now, I could just put a wire on it, turn it on, see if it works. But you want to repair these things proper. I don't want to leave that acid sitting underneath that resistor pack, send it back to the owner and say, hey, there you go, you're all working. 2 years later, the acid continues to eat, and then blow something else up. No. I treat every Amiga that I get in here like it was my own. So I'm going to do the right thing. We're going to desolder this puppy. You know what? I actually treat your Amigas better than my own. I neglect my machines. I do them right, but it takes me 10 times as long because I'm always taking care of your guys. Think of me as the Amiga custodian, I guess. She's a little crusty. Now, that bottom line here, I think that via is busted to this point here. Here to this point, I got beeps, okay? From that point to there, we have nothing. But from here to here, I have it. So we blew something from here to this point. Can you see the break? It is a little piece of S right there. You see that dark spot? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. She's real tiny.
That's what she said.
The ring around the circle doesn't touch to the line that doesn't go to that bubble break right there that goes to that resistor pack that goes to that pin. So, yeah, I'm going to have to wire from the resistor pack to here. Just one small rubber. What? Try and drag solder that and get it back. We're just going to fill this hole. If I can get it to even stick is the problem. Well, honk my hooter. So, there you go. Pin 1 to pin 4. Resistor pack is back in. Trace has been repaired. Be on composite video. We could see, I could see colors then, but you're just going to see a blinking screen here and a constant reset. So, no, we start to get diagram load. That will force it into high, but if we're having RAM errors, we're not going to see anything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up a serial cable since we do have an actual working CPU. Let's see what we get. Do we see anything on diagram, or do we see any movement on serial bus? We do see diagram. Yay, so we have life to the Amiga again. That's nice. The composite side, nada. I can't click. So, yeah, there's no memory at all. So, chip RAM, shadow RAM detected. Guess there is no more chip RAM stopping here. Remember what happened with that before? Yeah, chip mem, shadow RAM detected. Hello, it's Monday. Holiday. President's Day here in the United States, 10th February. Family Day in the Canada. We're back on this second Rev 4 that we had no memory and diagram, and I was just taking a peek around 540, 541. You know, that's what initializes the magic for this Rev 4 POSs with Agnes. First continuity beep. Those two chips, they're right here. Acid damage here, everything was cool. I noticed some scrapes around C500, which is south right of the ROM. It's about right here. Now this is a Rev 6 board, but the principle is the same. So you see where I have this highlighted trace? This is the ROM, this is the CPU. I had a repair right here, right, to this point, but there's a scratch along this bus of 8 lines here to one of these chips, 10. There's a big scratch across it right around this area. So I'm going to just start pinning these out, getting the beep beeps, just in case we got something, because that would hold up your RAM initialization. I'm getting weird part of it. When diagram kicks in, it does a UDS LDS test, and it does a random write to F400 401 read from 400 401, the two address buses at the beginning of the whole shemizzle. That is probably off 103 or 541, 103, 104, 541, but 540 down here is, it's just got a big scratch across it right below C500. Just run the continuity test on it. I don't feel like working on that today because it's been a bad day, but I gotta at least get something done on these turds every single day just to make some progress. We're really close to getting this one saved again. I did snip the video wire, just snipped it off the solder point. Not my day. So I figured out why it's not making contact, because the Agnes socket is literally dry rotted. I tuck that back in and just, nobody will notice. Nope. What does that mean? You know what it means. I gotta put an Agnes socket in this old girl, and hopefully that'll fix the issue. But while it's out, I'm gonna do the holes like the holes, because it's easier to, you know, trace the holes out instead of trying to find the pin that it goes to. With the Agnes out, it's a lot easier, but the first one I tested was blown because there's a big scratch over here. And these go around here like this, like all these points here. Hey, guess what that's in the line of? That old booger. And they go underneath, and they go up, and magic sauce, and they're not working. So yeah, you can see right here the path in blinking pink, and you can see this is the 68,000, and right underneath of that, there's that old pain in the butt girl right there, and you can see how close it gets to the battery damage. Now you're thinking that's not bad. It's kind of far away. It's not. It's like this far in real life. You know, that's what you keep telling her. It's that big. Now I got to do an Agnes socket that I don't feel like doing. Dang it. I need to chill on these for a little bit. And do some stuff. Do some cool stuff. Not just repairs. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix my Amiga. Hey, can you fix this? Fix that. Fix this. This don't work. Worked the last time I used it. And that last time you used it was before Commodore went out of business. I was still at work, being paid for it. 2:48 p.m. You can tell by the noise upstairs. Mona's running her vacuum again. We got a dog. Okay, so Agnes is out. Came out clean. We're gonna toss that right in the old garbage. Now, what I was saying about is Mona vacuums for 55 minutes upstairs. 6th pin up on this side. What? Sorry. Heavy pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let me lay this back down. Get my bearings again. Move my fat arm. That is supposed to go. That 6th pin is supposed to go over here to the 3rd. Okay. Got beep. Okay. That runs down here to this triple pack. Got beep. I don't know if you can hear it over the stupid ass vacuum cleaner. That's the straight down pipe. I got a break in the area of disgust from Agnes to the RAM controller chips, mainly in this area. This was all full of crap from the battery. Remember, she was yucked out right around here. That's good though, because now we've identified where we need to look. Sorry, I just think my wife just likes to freaking vacuum. Now, that big ball ass of sack right here is fixed. This through point is the one I was beeping on Agnes. It is split right at the ring on that line. I put a pad here, I can get a beep here, and we get the trace complete. Hey, vacuuming's done. Cap from my mouth. Yep, all those gold sticks. Well, these two guys right here, this one and this one are sucked empty because they're both broken.
God damn it!
Yeah, not working. At least I've identified the problem. I'm contemplating the drag solder method is just not working. So I'll take a junk cap, snip the leg, use the steel to make the thing. I don't want to have to wire it if I don't have to. Success. So that big ball sack thing right here, my crusty finger, yeah, what that is, that's one of these legs. I cut one of these sacrificial capacitors, something like a 2.2 or something I never use. Snip, bend one, stick that in the hole. You can see how this is slightly longer. Yeah, it's ugly, but do I have continuity from Agnes pin 6 to pin 3? Bingo!
You son of a bitch.
And the other one here that was busted is actually like one of these Agnes sockets to that, goes over to here. Bingo! So we fixed 2 with a solder stick, and then once I am sure that everything is cool, when I get a socket back in here, that way I didn't have to wire anything from Agnes all the way down, just fixing the battery acid damage. I'm going to double check the other points, and then we're going to seal her up. Holy crap. Alright, new socket's done. Pow, lines are fixed. Bottom's cleaned up. Low, high. Serial. What do we get? Still got freaking shadow RAM and got more busted crap? Of course we do, but we have booyah, we got diagram. Now I don't have anything on here because this monitor has been really screwing up. So I'm going to put it in composite mode and we're going to try it on that. Because my adapters and VGA cable are just a mess. So it is functional. You can see this is having a hard time even adjusting. It's not the Amiga, it is the monitor, because this looks fine. Now it's going to be fine. It's super dim and it's just dying. I might flip-flop these two monitors since I do so many Amiga repairs. We got audio. So CIAs are good. Let's do the battery backed up clock. Doesn't work up. Now I lost the monitor again. Okay, sorry about the noise. The only real way to test this with my monitor pooping out is to use a real monitor. My 1084S, ironically, this monitor belonged to the owner of these motherboards. I bought this off him a while ago. Had a broken nipple thing down here on the flap. Got the flap. One of these years I'll fix it. Anywho, clear screen, rocking and rolling. I got Amiga test kit on the freaking doohickey. I'm going to put that in a real floppy drive. Well, APC converted floppy drive DF0 just to see what happens. Apologies in advance. This is not in PAL. It's a 1.3 ROM. NTSC, memory, 1 mega chip, blah blah blah. I'll test it all later. Mouse works, keyboard don't have, floppy drive, DF0 is present. Mouse, joystick, BD. I have a controller, up, down, left, right, button 1, button 2. Success. Audio, we've heard before. Very loud, very strong. Good to go, all tests passed. Video, RGB is strong. There is state of the art. It's gonna be fast because I'm in NTSC. Point is, it's working. And so with that, another Amiga has been saved. Second one from this person. Both going back as soon as possible. You saw what we did. A lot of repairs on both of these. Battery damage can cause all sorts of crazy problems. You just gotta take your time and go through them. I'm so glad I didn't have to do that daggone RAM. So thank you guys for coming along on this journey. And until next time, thanks for watching. And I hope you learned something.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?